Welcome to December, everyone. Now, you may be thinking to yourself that you had a pretty hectic November of some of the most hyped sneakers and just a jam-packed month. Now, while that may be the case and your wallets are probably a little tuckered out from last month, December is actually looking pretty crazy too. So listen, like every single month, I'm gonna be breaking down the top 10 most hyped sneakers that are dropping here in December. Now, I gotta say, thankfully for most of the sneakers on today's list, we have actual release dates when they should be dropping. Either way, with that being said, let's hop into today's list. Let's get you guys prepared for the month of December. Starting at number 10, it is the Jordan 5 Gore-Tex. This is a pair of 5s that has already dropped here in the UK and the EU, and I gotta say, they are looking solid. Now, unfortunately, they don't come in extended sizing. However, just the colorway itself is so incredible, I had to add it to today's list. Now, there is gonna be a drop for you guys out in the US and some other regions. We don't exactly know when, but it should definitely be coming in December. So if you are after this pair of sneakers, just stay locked to the Nike sneakers app, and hopefully they load up as well as some other raffles very soon. The number 9 spot goes to an incredibly crazy pair of sneakers. It is the CPFM Nike Dunks. I'm not talking about the freaking Grinch pair with all of that overgrown hair. I'm talking about the somewhat slightly less crazy pair of shoes. Now, while we don't have an exact release date for this pair of sneakers, it has been rumored for a very long time now, but it is definitely number 9 on the list for one of the most hyped sneakers dropping in December. In at number 8, we actually have a pair of sneakers which was very recently announced to be coming back, and that is the Tom Sachs Nike General Purpose Shoe Original Colorway. As promised, Tom Sachs said that he wanted everybody who wants this pair of sneakers to have them, and it looks like he was definitely serious about fulfilling that promise. So yes, for anybody who missed out on the original colorway, these are going to be restocking on December the 2nd, and that's going to be on the Tom Sachs website. However, I would also keep an eye out on the Nike sneakers app because that could also potentially have a release as well. Coming in at number 7, we have the Jordan 2 Chicago. Another pair of sneakers that has been rumored for a very long time. We have the release date locked and loaded for December the 30th. Now, this one is a highly anticipated pair of Jordan 2s because it's the first time that they're actually retroing the Chicago colorway on the Jordan 2. They also gave us a detailed rundown on this pair on the Nike sneakers app where they said that they tried to recreate that original feeling with this pair of sneakers. Yeah, the hype is definitely there on this one. Even though it's a Jordan 2, not the most hyped silhouette, this colorway is definitely got people going. Coming in at number 6, we have the Drake Nocta Air Force 1 Low Certified Loverboy. This is a pair of sneakers that has been delayed over and over again. If you can recall, Drake's Certified Loverboy album, which this pair of sneakers was supposed to drop alongside, was ages ago. While I was editing this video, the Drake Nocta Air Force 1 Certified Loverboy actually loaded up on the Nike sneakers app here in the EU and the UK for December the 8th. And while a good few other raffles like Size and Foot Patrol had their raffles for December the 2nd, there are a couple others that are for December the 8th. As of right now, they are not loaded up on the US Nike sneakers, so I would assume to keep December the 8th in mind. I wanted to make sure that you guys had the correct dates, but let's get back to the video. Actually, if you want to see a full review on this pair of sneakers, it is up on the channel already. And the number 5 spot goes to the Adidas Bad Bunny Forum Low. Now, this is arguably my favorite colorway that they have ever made on this silhouette. They've done a bunch of bangers, trust me. The light blue colorway was one of my favorites before we saw this one, but this all over platinum white colorway has to be my first choice. Now, as this is a Bad Bunny collaboration, it's going to be in very high demand, and I'm sure they're going to make this limited as well. So if you want a pair, definitely be ready because the release date is December the 10th. And at number 4, we have one of the more bizarre sneakers to drop this year, and that is the Nike Dunk Low eBay collaboration. Yeah, just look at these things. They are absolutely wild with literal clear panels that have been stitched into the upper of this sneaker, or I guess also the midsole as well. This is actually a collaboration that has a pretty incredible past. Back in 2003, a sample of this collaboration was auctioned off for over $26,000. And then the only other known sample of this pair of sneakers was actually sewn into 4 different pieces. And that chopped up sample pair is obviously where this one gets a lot of its inspiration from. Literally coming in 4 different segments with the connecting pieces being completely transparent. Now, I assume that this pair is going to be very, very limited, and we actually have 2 different release dates to keep your eye on. So the first release date is December the 15th. Now, this is just something that's been going around online. Another rumor is also December the 13th. Now, a lot of the rumors that are attached to that December the 13th date is for here in the EU and the UK, so I don't know whether they're going to be separated. Out in the US, you guys might get it on the 15th. Us here, we might get it on the 13th. Either way, of course, I'm going to keep you guys updated on that release date, whether it's over here on the channel or, of course, my Instagram. Subscribe to stay up to date on all of of the latest information. Top 3 territory, and you know how we do it every single month, I gotta run through those honorable mentions before we get into the top 3. The first honorable mention is the Nike Air Force 1 Ambush collaboration with a bunch of different colorways. As of right now, we've seen 4 different colorways, a green, blue, white, and black. Most of these colorways seem pretty straightforward. It's just pretty much a monochromatic sneaker, with the main change on it being that Nike swoosh, which extends past the entire silhouette. Either way, we don't have a specific release date, but they should be dropping this holiday season, aka December. Another honorable mention is the Jordan 1 High Twist 2.0. This is the pony hair ones, and even though it's not going to be everybody's favorite, it's still a relatively solid colorway. And these should be dropping on December the 22nd. I assume a nice worldwide release, so anybody who wants them should hopefully be able to get them. And for the final honorable mention, it's one that's already dropped here in the EU and the UK, and that is the Jordan 1 High Gorge Green. The Jordan 1 Gorge Green is set to drop for you guys out in the US on December the 28th, and I assume other regions as well who haven't received the release just yet. Honorable mentions out the way, let's get into the top 3, starting with the number 3rd spot, the Jordan 11 Cherries. Now, after these first released at the Nike Memphis facility when they were literally stolen from trailers, I'm joking, they didn't obviously release, people literally went in and stole them, and that's where we first started seeing a lot of pairs circulate, was from that robbery. Now, they did actually have an early release which was on the Nike Sneakers app during a live stream, but the actual release date for this pair of sneakers is going to be December the 10th. Now, these have been loaded up, and as Jordan Brand does every single year, this is their main highlight event in terms of a Jordan 11 holiday release. Based on the past Jordan 11 holiday releases, this should be pretty well stocked and is going to be very hyped. Number 2 on the list is the Nike Dunk Low Concepts collaboration on the next colorway, the Orange Lobster. This is an incredibly hyped pair of dunks that has been speculated to drop for a very long time now, and we know exactly when it's coming. So listen close, because the release date is a little bit squirrely. First of all, it's going to be dropping on December the 2nd at Concepts locations and online Concepts website. And then anywhere between the 2nd and the 4th of December, it's going to have a Nike Sneakers Pass release. And then finally for us here in the EU and the UK, these are loaded up for December the 5th on the Nike Sneakers app. I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be any other raffles for this pair of sneakers. It might just be exclusive to the Nike Sneakers app. As of right now, nothing has loaded up, so we're going to have to wait and see. But if you want this pair of sneakers, it is definitely hyped, and it is definitely going to be hard to get. And the number 1 spot goes to the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Black Phantom. Of course, you saw this one coming. Obviously, it's going to be the most hyped sneaker for this month of December. Everybody is going to be going out for this pair of shoes. And judging off of the current resale price for this pair of sneakers, it is not looking good. They are incredibly expensive. Obviously, that price is going to rapidly decline as we get closer to the release, and of course after the release, but judging on it right now, it's not looking amazing. Now, even though this may be one of the most simple colorways in terms of a Travis Scott Jordan 1, is pretty much monochromatic in all over black with some white stitching, it still is definitely going to have everybody going out for this pair of sneakers. As we know, with previous Travis Scott releases, there has been literally millions of people going for his sneakers, and we can expect the exact same thing with this one. As of right now, we know that the release date is going to be December the 15th. All I gotta say is, if you want this pair of shoes, enter as many raffles as possible and just be ready for whatever chaos comes during the release. But guys, that wraps up the top 10 most hyped sneakers that are going to be dropping in December. What W are you looking to wrap up 2022 with? Let me know down in the comment section. With that being said, thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then,